Yay! Okay, are you ready? Here's goes. I have my free weights. I have a simple step stool, a little step ladder. I can make it shut. Lindsay uses it here in the kitchen. For those who are on with me, and I explained it all to you of why she has to use this in the kitchen. Or you can open it up and it's good to go. Number one, it's very sturdy. Number two, I have it placed by a chair or a wall or a counter so I can be safe. So the three main things that you got to know and you got to keep doing is what I'm going to do today to help your muscles stay strong so you can navigate stairs. Okay? First of all, let's prep our upper body. At the same time that we're going to do stair stepping workout. So do you see what I just did? I went like that and come back. When you step many times, you either lean way too far forward or you lean back and you can never get up the stair, or you grip the railing. Yes, use the railing, but don't grip it. So here we go. I'm going to step, and then as if I'm going to go upstairs, what do I want to do? And I'll turn to the side so you'll see. This is our warm-up, by the way. So I got my hands here. I'm going to drop my shoulders, and I'm going to put my hands right here. See that? Okay, I'm going to swing those elbows back. Then I'm going to drop them and come forward. You see that? So why do I have you tapping here? Because I want to really focus on, without your hands, we're not stepping up right now. We're going to use the hands in a minute. But number one, open my hands, pat my shoulders. When I step forward, as if I were going up a stair, I'm going to keep my neutral spine. And what am I going to do? I'm going to just lean in so that the majority of the weight is coming right down that stepping leg or the lead leg. Then I go back. So here's the thing. I'm really breaking this apart for you to get the way you shift your weight matters crucially when you're going to navigate stairs better. So as I'm coming like this, and I act like I'm going to go ahead and step, you see how I lean? I'm keeping my chin tucked. Most of my weight is right here. See, ear, shoulder, and then it drops right to the knee, see? So my plumb line comes from the earlobe right here. And I feel the pressure here. Then I come back, okay? Because of course I'm not going up the stairs right now. I'm going to drop my shoulders again. I'm going to put my hands here because I'm warming up. I'm going to step forward. And I'm going to lean until I do what? Until I feel pressure in the quad and the gluteal. Then I'm going to come back, okay? Big deep breath. Keep my hands right here so that my shoulders stay down. And the last thing I'm going to tell you on the mechanics of stair climbing, see how I shifted? See, I'm shifting. I'm keeping my rib cage up, and most of my weight is right here now. I feel it here and here. You just kind of feel those muscles turn on. Then you come back. And so the last thing is, and I've seen this happen, people will come to a stair, and instead of putting their foot straight on, you know what we do? We turn it out because we think that's going to give us better balance. No, that's just going to screw up the whole trajectory and lead to problems. So here I go. Hands are here. Rib cage up. Yes. Take a breath. Take a step like you're going to go up a stair. Then shift from the toe. Shift your whole body so that if you dropped a plumb line from your earlobe, it would come right down here and hit your knee and your toe. And see, now I have the pressure in the quad and in the gluteal. And then I can step up. See that? Okay, so that little shift is everything. And it's a great thing to do to warm up, to do the kind of workout I'm gonna do today. So now I've covered what you need to do in order to change your body mechanics so that you don't go into it like grabbing here and leaning back. I've seen that done so many times, I can't even tell you. Somebody will lean here or they'll pull themselves up with double hands and they're leaning back, or they're rounding their back and they're coming like that. You don't want to do either of those. So it's this right here. Lean, earlobe drop, plumb line right to here. You should feel this heating up. You should feel this heating up. Pull back, pull back. Got it? Take a big deep breath, step wide, okay? Turn, so I'm just giving you a little break here. Come to center. Here's those hands on the shoulders again, drop them. Big breath, turn. Just drop the shoulders, because if you have a tight shoulder, when you turn and you go to reach, many times our shoulders are going to come up because it's a cheater move. I mean, you know, that's kind of what slugs do. And so we love slugs. And so I'm just trying to help you counter it. So first of all, the stance. Step in, step out. And this is also going to be one of the moves that are crucial to navigate stairs better. See this? So we're going to do some variations of it, but here's the deal. Keep your hands here. We're still warming up, okay? So when I step and I step, what position is your feet in? Yes, they have to be pretty straight on. So if you step and you do a little bit of a hip hinge, okay? And step, tight tummy or just braced. Big breath in through the nose. When I step in, my toes are forward, okay? And I say rib cage up, then I'm gonna step. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a tiny hip hinge, and I'm gonna step with a soft knee, Then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna come up. So these moves, this one right here, the stepping out, and especially when you do it in conjunction with a stair step, you're using the gluteus medius, which a lot of people don't work very often, okay? Then it becomes weak. All of these can contribute to back issues, okay? So now, we've worked through some of the main moves. I'm gonna take my hands, put it right here. Release the tummy, soften the knees. We've done this many times. Drop your chin, put your hands right back here. Release the tummy. Now drop your shoulders and push your hips forward. Yes, just like that. This opens this and it helps to open the vertebrae right here. Great move to make sure you burn into your little brain. Drop your shoulders again. Then come out of that. Then step forward, shift, step back, step forward, shift. See that shift? Yeah, it won't hurt the knee, but it turns this on and this. Because when you go to step, you push through here, okay? So if you're gonna do this challenge that I'm giving you, to do this kind of a thing about 3 times in a week, you can do it every day. You can do it every day. Do it on your stairs that lead to your basement, that lead to your upstairs, whatever. See what I did? As if I'm going to step, I'm pushing myself up in order to step. See that? Yeah. And actually, as a warm-up, you shift and you go ahead and act like you're stepping. Now, some of you may say, oh, I don't have that thing right now, Jeannie. Some of you do have little boxes that are very stable. Make sure you have something you can hang on to. And if you don't, then you are stepping into a pad. The pad that many of you got at when we used to work out with them. See how I come in here? Just be aware that when you put your foot in that balance pad, it's gonna move you, okay? So you shift, just like you're gonna step up and come down. Do you see that move? Do you see this? Shift, come up, and unless you do the shift where the earlobe is gonna, the plumb line is gonna go to the knee, I'm telling you, this is the crucial mistake that everybody makes. They step, and then they act like they're gonna go up, and they're straightening back, and they wonder why it's so hard. So I'm telling you how to change that today in class. Okay, so we did that again. Then we step side and side, and we come back up, and we come back up. And we step side and side, and we turn. We come to center, and we turn. We come to center, and we turn. Come to center, and we turn. We take a big breath, and we step back in and step back in, okay? So we just did a number of moves that mimic the stair-stepping skills needed, all right? And a lot of them are wrapped around this move right here. Do you remember this move? I told you this is one of those essential moves that you need to always be able to do. So what did we do? We stepped forward, didn't we? But it's the same mechanical position, okay, as a backward lunge. That's what it is. And this is just very important to do because A, you are maintaining balance with one leg. When you do this and you go to step back, see, you gotta be a split second balancing on one leg. That's why Tina was strong enough to manage that little slip and fall. Could have been a fall, okay? Because when you do these step backs, especially when you do them on purpose, which is the same thing as what we did to warm up for stair stepping, and see how instead of shifting back now, I just come into my stair stepping mode. See this? See this? Yeah, that's the idea. If you can get 30 of these little suckers in pretty much most days, and then you add weight, now we're talking. Okay, so instead of going back, I'm staying right here just like we did for the whole first part of this class today. See this? As if I'm gonna step up. See this? That's what I'm looking for. This move right here. See that? Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Then I'll go to the other leg. Got my little chair here if I need it. Big breath, tighten in, drop your shoulders. Here we go. You ready? I'm gonna step back like a lunge. And then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna lean this way instead of this way. I'm gonna lean in here, see? Then I'm gonna act like I'm gonna step. See this? That's the move I'm looking for. So why am I hitting this so many times? Some of you are saying, well, I got it. Because some of you don't have it. And until I do one certain thing, you don't understand, because sometimes it's hard for us to see and feel what we're doing. Okay, so I would much rather you use your hand lightly on a chair, a wall, a counter, as you do this type of motion, so that I make sure that you in fact are loading here and here in this move. I'm telling you, if I can only get you to do this to where it's really burning, and do it about 3 sets of 10, and do it 3 times a week. This right here, see how I'm leaned in? I'm not even stepping yet. I'm just in the backward lunge position, see? But man, am I feeling it here. And then if you take the hand out, I'm not on a pad, I'm not on anything, I'm just on the floor. Backward lunge position. So I took the very beginning of this class, and now I'm taking it into a connection with a back lunge. Do you see this? This is my hip replace side. Let me tell you, I got double hip and hip replacements in class. I don't know what happened. I'm thinking something happened. Oh dear. I think I'm right. I'm right in the middle of recording my class, and I think it threw me off.
Oh, sorry. I'll hang up.
Can you wait just for like 30, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
I would love to talk to everybody. Okay, I don't know. I think I don't know where everybody is. Everything went off. Okay. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, speaker Zoom. Yes, Zoom.
We're still here.
Is everybody there?
Oh, we're here.
Listen, that is hilarious. My son just called me from Italy.
Oh,
He's my other wild child, but he's in Italy. Anyway, they decided to call right now. Anyway, no problem. We're gonna go right back with class. I hope we haven't lost people. We're gonna keep going. We're just now ready to start loading. So I hope everybody's still on. Okay. Okay. I hope we're on. I hope we're on. But anyway, sorry, my son just called. So he'll call later. He didn't get the memo. I told him that I was at class today, but he didn't pay attention. As usual, he didn't pay attention to anything I said. Okay. Now I've got you prepped and ready. So guess what? The first move in these 3 very important stair navigation moves is, you guessed it, sit to stand, okay? My feet are a little wider than a normal stance. I think I go off camera and then I come in, but I want you to see, I'm using this as if you would use your chair, your kitchen chair. When you go to stand up, and I've gone over this before, but I'm gonna hit 3 main moves today while I'm wrapping some other things around. So I'm gonna come here. This is the first thing. I come here. I put pressure in my whole foot. Then I shift it to the heels. Now, when you stand up from a sit to stand, right now, you squeeze your gluteals. Got to squeeze your gluteals. So here we go. And as we go down, we're going slowly. See how I'm going slowly? I'm just tapping my knees with my elbows, then I come back up. And then I squeeze, okay? Take a big breath. Here we go, push back, drop. We're right down here into my heels. I'm gonna hold it here. See, I'm right here over my chair. I'm using this as a bench. It could be your kitchen chair. And then I come up and I go back down. And I come up and I go back down. I keep my chin tucked. I'm pushing through the heels. And I come all the way up and I squeeze. Right here, squeeze. Big breath, drop your shoulders. Here we go. Rotation, going to your heels. Stay with me. I'm doing this all with you. I'm gonna go down here, I'm hitting my heels. You don't have to have the pillow on your chair. You can have it on there. And do you see what I'm doing? I'm rocking to a sit down, then I'm coming back and I'm standing up. These sit to stands, if you really want them to count, to help you with your stair climbing ability, you gotta hold. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna hold. And I'm gonna act like I'm coming up and then I'm gonna hold. And act like I'm coming up and hold. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath, heels, take a breath, and stand up. Now squeeze right here, right here. You should have felt that. Yeah, right there. Real nice and tight. So a sit to stand is one of your weapons to be able to navigate stairs better. Now, we're going to move to the second most important move to always do. And we started it by doing this. Remember this? Step up. See that? Let me tell you, the very first time I have somebody step out, I don't say a thing, and I want to see how they step out. Because many of us turn our toes. We turn our whole foot in a different direction. See, it's like this and it's like this. And then come back. Take a big deep breath. If you need to, put your hands here to keep reminding yourself. Keep your tummy tight. Drop. See, I'm stepping side to side. And try to avoid over rolling of the foot. We do that as an exercise, but not when you're putting weight and you're trying to get ready to do a side step. So now, if you have your little pad, you'll have it in the floor somewhere, or you have your little step stool. So I'm going to put my foot here. You see my chair is right here if I need it. So it's going to be the same kind of a thing. We're going to do a lean because I want to push as I come up. See that? And I come down. So I got my chair here and I come down. So whatever you can manage here. See, I'm going to do it on both sides. I have my chair here if I need it. I'm going to put my foot here. Then I'm going to push into this leg. See? And I want to try to stay upright. I don't want to try to bend. Do you see this? See this? And step down. So it's a this. Make sure your foot is solid. And then you press into it. This is activating your gluteus medius, which we just don't get a lot of. So one of the best ways you can do it is actually step. But you need to have your safety measures where you can hang on to something. See this? So this is activating all of this. So before you go up, you shift. See, you shift into here. Drop your shoulders, take a breath, lean a bit, press. So you're using this muscle. You got it? 3 more. Stay with me. It's right here. Take a breath. Take a breath. 1 more. Here we go. And back. When you step down, you walk back. Check out your hands. I'm going to turn. You're going to see what it looks like from this angle. So there's my step. Again, if this is what you have, you're going to put it here to step up on. It's that 2-inch pillow. I'm using this as a pillow today. Okay? So here I am. I'm going to place my foot. Okay, I'm going to shift and press up. And I'm going to just barely touch to keep myself in a good positioning. I want to lean from the hip and then activate, push up and come down. Take a breath, up and down. And you can bring the leg down every time. Just make sure you have it right on where you need it. Take a breath, come back up and come back up. Press straight down. So you're leaning, get the little plumb line, and then squeeze and come down. So it's medius and maximus right here. Push, squeeze, back down. 3 more. Come into it. So you want to come over the leg, then push and come up. Come down, lean into it, and up and come down. One more. Lean into it and come up and down. See, many of you are coming from here. I don't care if it's 2 inches or if it's a little stool like this. You start over here and you slide into it. I'm telling you, shift all the way over so that when you're pressing, it's in this position. See? So that's number 2. Very important move. Now we're ready to start adding weight. Now, what I am gonna try to tell you to do is I want the weight in one hand. Why? It's a safety thing, okay? So I'm gonna do it this way, then I'll turn and do it the other way, all right? So I'm gonna step into it like this, just like I'm gonna step. If you have your little pad, you're going to put your foot on the pad and step up and then back down. And you're gonna hold one weight on the outside because you're gonna hold your hand on the chair. Why? Because when you add weight, especially if it's heavy, the whole game changes, okay? Just, it changes. So, I'm gonna step wide. I'm gonna hip hinge. I'm gonna come down here and grab my weights. I think you can see them. And to start with on this, I'm gonna pick up one 12-pound weight. Now, by virtue of it being on one side, that's gonna throw me, okay? Very valuable, because you have to keep correcting. I have this here as my little safety net. See? I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna put my foot on my little step stool. I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna press up. So again, this is my hip replace side. And at first, many of us think, oh my goodness, I gotta grab something really, really hard. I'm like, no, put your hand gently on your rail or gently on your chair, gently on the wall, shift, and then squeeze those muscles. Squeeze those muscles. Come up. Take a breath. Lean, squeeze, back down. Lean, squeeze, back down. Lean, squeeze, back down. Lean into it, squeeze. When I say lean, you know I'm meaning from your hip. Remember the plumb line from the earlobe? That's gotta feel. So a weighted step up, or just having a weight in one hand so you can steady yourself with your other one. And yes, absolutely, I would recommend that you do careful stair stepping. Careful steps, careful stair stepping. And you see, all I'm gonna do is take my little chair, I'm gonna put it right here, see? And I'm gonna go to the other one. I'm gonna go over here. So I always have my little safety net. See that? So I'm over here, 12 pounds. Here's my little safety net right here. I'm gonna go to my step stool. I'm not going to use momentum and jerk or jump to get my foot up. We've all been there, especially if you have pain in your joints. But here I am, I'm gonna lean in, see that? Leaning in from the hip to where my weight is turning this on. Then I'm gonna push and squeeze right there. Now come down with control. So I'm here, I'm leaning, I'm pressing down, drop my shoulders, take a breath, exhale, and come back down. Okay, get ready. Big breath, lean from the hip, plumb line from the ear. My back is not flexed. Press. Now squeeze the gluteal. Squeeze it. Come back down. Reposition. You're over that knee and you are squeezing up. Come back down. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. See, I just keep my hand here, and that keeps me from over shifting side to side. So I don't want to do that either. Okay, so squeeze the butt, come back down. Here we go. Squeeze the butt, come back down, squeeze the butt. So right there, squeeze it. So the first thing you do is lean yourself so that the weight is over that leg, over that knee, and then you proceed. Take breaths, come back down, lean, come back down, and come back down. See that? So I'm pushing up, and then I'm hanging on as I come down. That's the key to these 3 moves. Whether you use weights or your own body weight. So at first, I can tell you that many people need to use their own body weight and get to where they can do a sit to stand with some weight. They can do a stair, a flight of stairs with one weight in their hands. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and retrieve the other weight. Okay? So I'm down here. I'm coming up. Okay? And one of the other tricks is to getting the most out of this type of workout is have different levels of seats. So this one is going to be plain kitchen chair with no pad. Okay? You can have a pad if you want to, but I have 12 pounds here. And at first, I'm not going to have these weights out here. I'm going to have them here. I'm going to get the right position. I have my feet. If the toes are turned a bit out, that's fine, just not a lot, okay? Take a big breath, hip hinge. You're going to push into the heels. You can keep your weights right here. That's okay. See, they're resting right here on my knee. I have 12 and 12. Are you ready? Drop your shoulders. You know what? Is your mom up there? Because Justin's ready to talk to you guys. And he's needing my phone. Lindsay could text him if she wants to have you guys talk to him right now. Okay. Tell him you're here already. Okay? Tell him to call Lindsay's phone. Okay, you ready? Here we go. In. Okay, I'm going to shove into the heels. Yes, I am. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to keep my hands right here. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to get my butt up and come up. Okay? Here we go. Back down. Drop your shoulders. I'm going to go into the heels and back down. You see how slowly I went? And I used my hands here to begin with. If you can't do this with weight, that's fine. Get to where you can do it with just without weight. And always, always, if you're not ready to do this with weight, you keep your hands back here. You're sitting on the edge, okay? Hip hinge, heels. Use your hands here. Drop your shoulders. Exhale, and you're up. Bring them back down, and come back down. Do that all day long with no weights. But when you get ready to start adding weight, I'm showing you the progression. You lean in, you drop into your heels. Right there, you come on up slowly. You come back down slowly. Then you can have them out here. So now they're not on my knees. We're going to come up and up. Squeeze right now. Squeeze. Come back down. Come back down. Justin's ready to talk.
What do you mean ready to talk?
Well, he'd come on into my class. Okay. Take a breath and breath. So see, now I'm doing it with 24 pounds. I'm being able to navigate the sit to stand with weights. So there's a lot of people that I spend a couple of weeks, maybe even 2 months before I start adding weight. I know. I don't want to get them super sore, contrary to what Kathy thinks. I don't want to get you too sore. That's why you have to just keep consistency. So it's not what you do once in a while. It's what you do all the time. Okay? Consistency. So right here, you gotta squeeze the butt. Come back down. Take a breath. Now I'm gonna add some upper body. Drop your shoulders. Deep breath. Exhale. See how I'm trying to be very smooth in my coming up and my going down. Do not let those knees go in. Drop your shoulders. Deep breath. Don't let your knees go out. Stay into the heels. Keep your chin tucked. Stay with me. You're gonna go smoothly. You keep going, but you don't jerk. Breath. Stay with me. Now hold it right there. Bring those weights here. Open. And just come over the ears. Bring it back. Bring it down. And right here. Big breath. Yes. Then I'm going to hit the backs of the arms 2 different ways. Okay. I'm right here. Drop your shoulders. Hip hinge forward. Okay. When you hip hinge forward, don't bring that chin up. Okay. Hip hinge. Keep your chin tucked. When you bring your elbows back, focus on what's happening between the shoulder blades. Keep your chin tucked. Pull back. Bring them down. Pull back. Bring them down. Breath. Pull back. Bring them down. Keep pulling them. Pull them back. We're going to do that 4 more. Here we go. Drop your chin. Take a breath. Drop your chin. Take a breath. 2 more, 2 more. Here we go. Breath. Keep your back very extended. Bring it right here. Still 12 pounds. Still on the edge of my chair. Right? I'm going to open at the hip. Got my weights. So I have a 12 and a 12. You have whatever you consider a little medium heavy. Open back. Drop your chin. Just right here. And now all I'm going to do is bring this to hovering right above my knee. I'm not going to put it down. Take a breath. Open your hip. Exhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Bring it back. Breath. Exhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Bring it back. Deep breath. Exhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Bring it back. Bring them all the way down. And go up with your shoulders and down with your shoulders. Up with your shoulders and down. Up against this weight. Go up. I'm seated. So that means I've hip hinged forward. And I'm keeping my back very extended because I want these weights to give a load right between the shoulder blades. Keep my chin tucked. And come back down. Bring those weights up. Get ready. We're going to stand. Drop your shoulders. Breath. Exhale. And come up. Okay. Now I'm going to change my legs. So put them down there. See where we're at. We got good time. So here's my chair. I can use a bench. So this one has the pad. So that means it's up a little higher. So when you're getting a little tired and you're thinking, oh, no more, no more, put your pad there in the chair. Okay? That's going to help to squeeze just a little more out. So I'm going to step right here. See? And I'm going to come down. Here's the landing place. It has the pad. So this is what I'm using instead of our pad because this is all I could find. And I'm gonna come and come back up. So I'm doing sit to stands in variations. All right. I'm only gonna do 3 with no weight, and then I'm gonna pick up pretty heavy weight. So as I come down, some of you didn't see what I just did. The minute I started to go into this, I said rib cage up, drop my shoulders, drop my chin. Breathe through the nose. It's a hip hinge into the heels. You come down and you come down. Fully in control. You don't have to say, oh, help grandmama up. No, you get up under your own steam. If you walked into a room, you have the ability to get better at it, okay? Drop your shoulders. Yeah, we might have some setbacks, but we can do it. Do you see what I just did? I did hip hinge, rib cage up, heels up with your muscles. And the primary muscles for this move is quadriceps, gluteals. Then we hit the medius. And you can do that many ways. You can put a band on and step and step. That's a great way to do it if you have a band. And if you don't have a band, just do an ambulation in a side step, but don't turn those toes. Okay, you're hip hinging. You're getting yourself into a position to actually use the muscles and not throw your back out. Okay, so this side to side with a band around your knees, that's usually where we like to see it, is a great way to do it. But also what we went over today, and I'm backing down because I'm going to use this different level of a sit to stand. This one is a little different. It's only a couple of inches different, but it's different. And one of the best things you can do, again, is sit to stands and then wait while you step up. So here's my side step. See that? Yeah. And you do a series of side stepping. But when you do it, make sure you're over your muscles that you're using. Don't slide into it. All right. Then it's navigating steps with a weight. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up. I'm going to make mine just a little bit heavier. You do not have to. I have 2 weights. And you can do it on your little 2-inch high step. I'm just going to do it here and here. See this? This is a little move that will prep you. And then when you get ready to navigate stairs, of course, my most safe and my favorite way to add weight while you do stairs is, of course, a weight vest and or a loaded backpack, because then your hands are free to put your hands on the railing, but don't overuse a railing, okay? So as I do this, what am I doing? You remember this? So too many people will grab the railing and pull themselves up while they're pushing back. That's not going to help your muscles any. Lean in and then push up. See, I'm leaning in, I'm pushing up. So if I had a weight vest on, I'd be navigating this whole step, because then I could put my hand on a chair, wall, a railing. But you see what I'm doing? I'm emulating a stair stepping motion by keeping my weight forward, feeling it in those muscles in the front of my leg and in my gluteal right there. Then I'll do the other one. Take a breath. And now I'm going to shift as if I were going to do what? Step up. Yeah. So I'm doing the next best thing. I'm leaning in, I'm going down and coming up. I'm going down into that backward lunge and then coming up. Going down, push. So this is my hip replace side. And I have to really get in position and work very mindfully to feel those muscles. So when you come up here, right there is where you want to squeeze that gluteal. Take a breath, right there. Breath, squeeze it. Here we go. Squeeze it. Here we go. Squeeze it. And come back and come back. Nice. Now I'm going to take these weights. They're pretty heavy. I'm going to bring them up, put them here. And now, for me, I'm going to do a sit down. Some of you may not want to do that. So for the last set, you can just hold on to the weight, or better yet, put your weight down. Okay? So this is the one that I would do for people who are ready to do it. I'll hold my weights into position. I'll come down here and go into a gentle, very controlled sit down. So I've got my weights right here, dropping my shoulders, take a big breath, push into the heels, and up. So I waited, sit, to stand. This is some of the best things you can do. If you can get a set, I mean, great. But if you can just do it with no weight, and then positionally do it properly, that would be very good. So right here, you need to squeeze your gluteals. Squeeze them, then come down, and breath. Then come forward, and breath. Squeeze, release, breath, squeeze, release. So if you can do this with no weight, last set here, that's great. You don't have to have weight to get benefit. Yes, I would like to move you to that, but I would rather you do it than not do it at all because you think you have to do weight. I'm gonna do 2 more, that's it. Here we go. Big breath, exhale, breath. Okay, this is the last one, right here. Drop your shoulders, hip hinge, feel the back extensors, heels. And I just go like this, bring them down, and I'm gonna place them, turn them all the way up. Try not to ever put your weights away unless you turn them all the way up to 18 because you don't want somebody getting them out of whack for you. Okay, we're doing good. Shake out those hands. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to point that thumb down while I stand here with soft knees. And the minute I went like this, the minute you did that, guess what you did? You brought your shoulder up. How do I know these things? Turn the thumb down, drop the shoulder. You got the drop shoulder here? Then you're gonna act like you're pulling. See that? Turn your head this way. Keep it down. Turn your ear to your shoulder. Pull. So if you tend to have a wonky shoulder, turn the thumb down, drop the shoulder, put your ear to your other shoulder. Try not to lean into it. And just do it a couple of times. See this? Drop the shoulder, pull, keep that ear down, turn, pull. Your shoulder is an unreal mechanism. It takes a little bit to help get it unstuck sometimes. So I'm gonna do the other one now. So you're gonna put your hand out here. Then what are you gonna do? Drop your shoulder. You're gonna turn, soften up your knees, drop your shoulder again, pull, and you're gonna bring this ear over here. You're not gonna touch it, but you're going to drop your head with your ear here, okay? Out, drop your shoulder, turn, pull, okay? So drop, reach out, turn that thumb down, drop, pull. Bring it back up, Here we go. See? Out, drop the ear to the shoulder, not the chin, the ear. Right here, drop your shoulder, drop your shoulder. Big breath, pull. See that? This is a great move for shoulders, okay? movability and strength work go hand in hand. And that's functional. That's functional strength work, which is what we did today. We weighted a move called the sit to stand, the stair climbing, and then the sidestepping, right? Okay, so last move. Act like you're gonna sit down. Put your hands on the chair. Don't go on down. Now here's the only time I'm gonna tell you to put your head lower than your butt. And it's only for a few minutes, but we're gonna stretch the hamstrings. You ready? So I'm right here. I'm going to straighten my legs with my head in this position. I'm gonna bring my toes up, one and then the other, as I pull into those knees. I'm not gonna be down here for a couple seconds, but I'm stretching the hamstrings right now. Then I'm gonna bend and come up. Just a little bit of head down position. You build up the ability to do that and not get all off balance. Okay, so do it just a little at a time. So that should have given you really good release here. That's really good. The other thing that's really good when you've done repeated stair stepping is stepping over. We've done this one many times. Make sure your toes are forward and then open this by hyperextending the back gently. See that? Take a breath. Yeah. Take a breath. Keep pushing your hips forward and then come back. Soften the knees. I'm gonna step over here, drop my shoulders, take a big breath. What am I gonna do? The leg and back is gonna go straight and I'm gonna push my hips forward. Oh my goodness, that's gonna release all bunch of tightness right through here. Just release it. And then come back and then come back. Okay? I hope you have a great weekend. I hope that I was able to keep recording. It might have knocked us off, but we'll see. Let's see if it's still recording. Okay. And stop.